decide whether or not you are heroes, my fellow Americans. And ladies, if you want it, you can give up your clits to save the world. And we got to do whatever it takes. If a robotic alien from the future came down in his space gestopod and said that your human DNA was the only way to save Earth, and you had to give it up, and you had to walk this world a non-sexual pariah, which isn't as bad as you think it is. Maybe pariah was too strong a word, because people would hail you as a champion. And they might laugh at first, but when the giant alien death bugs come out of Quazon 7, out of a giant nightmare portal, and they pour out thousands and thousands with giant biotic ships that can't be stopped by human weaponry, and you throw your penis into the air, and it transforms into a dick phoenix, and thousands of razor-sharp dicks pour out of its orifice and slice the army in half, and send their entrails into space where they can never harm another human, and then your dick phoenix forms a magical energy shield around the world so that aliens can never attack again, and humanity finally knows peace, because we know that A, we're not alone out there, but B, if they come to us, you will throw your dick at them. That's what it means to be a hero.
Gender non-specific genitals to save the world.
Everyone. And if you don't have any genitals already, you can give an arm, a leg, or maybe your spleen. Piece of it. Just a little snippet. What would a spleen turn into? Like a knight with like a shield with a spleen on it, and then he's got like 17 spears that he can throw?
Yeah.
And if you throw your heart, then, dude, you get to become like a magical dragon avatar and fight an epic battle and then disappear into the void.
That's true. That's what happens if you throw your heart. That's what the Bela Fleck documentary, Throw Down Your Heart, I believe, is about that phenomenon.
Was a great battle that the Flecktones fought on the hills of... Don't play that here anymore, boys.
Yeah, it's very autobiographical.
It was crazy. Welcome to Lunchbox's YouTube show. A new episode that we decided to just pop together because we got inspired because we were talking about what it takes to be a hero. And we finally came upon its sacrifice. Like, why was Jesus awesome? Because he died, right? Why was Buddha awesome? Because he died, right? Why was that other guy awesome? Because I'm assuming that he died. Because you gotta die. Like, Zeus died one time, Hercules died, Aristotle died, but then he came back as Benjamin Franklin, so that was pretty cool. I don't know if that's factual. But that's okay, too, because you're not in school anymore. School's been erased. Now we get to make up our own facts. Like, if you go to the... I can't say that on... I can't say that on YouTube. I don't want the CIA to watch
I'm going to go on Craigslist and spend $25 on a brand new facts machine.
I'm ready. You can get anything on the internet now. I'm getting a shark launcher thing to launch my Beyblades with because I'm not satisfied with the normal launcher.
Right.
And I'm getting a stadium press to play in because I need to get better. Because I suck. Dude, okay, so I went and played with the kids. You're cool. I went and played with the kids.
Oh.
And I got, like, crushed in... Yeah, your ancient abilities are awakening. Restoration magic. Now we're blessed. And now I don't have conjunctivitis anymore.
My crown chakra has burst into white light, and now I'm just
oh man,
window being.
Say something super enlightened.
Nope, not enlightened yet.
It takes more time to soak in.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Can I just say that let's take a few minutes and appreciate the bad vibes that we've all been feeling. I feel like all of you have spent a lot of time meditating, and that's awesome. Doing your yoga. You're stretching. You're feeling all these feelings. You're working through them in a positive way. But I represent...
You said menopause.
I didn't mean
You're
to.
You're working through the menopositive way.
The menopositive way. Everyone knows what
that's like, excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Oh, nice. We need to take time, though, because I represent the other half of your brain. I represent the bad part, the animal that you have to feed. And that's okay, because we need to let it chew a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, we need to talk about the negative aspects and the things that we've been struggling with, because, like, I feel like if we don't accept those things and know where we're at, then there isn't any moving forward, you know? I, for one, not to be super heavy off the start, but, you know, I spit it real, like, I'm really scared to die. I think about dying every day now. For a while, when I got out of the hospital, I was feeling a lot better and a lot more positive, but with this stuff going around, every single encounter that I have that isn't the two of you, you know, makes me think every once in a while, like, well, what if this is the one? And people, you take precautions and you do things, and eventually human contact is inevitable. You know, like, we don't live on an island isolated with just crabs for company. I'm sure if we had crabs, I would name one Periwinkle, or maybe Joseph, or maybe both. He could have two names. He's my crab. Anyways,
I ate crabs once. Wait, did I say ate? I meant I had
crabs. Everyone has crabs once in a while. That's why they invented that special shampoo called...
No, I meant I'm crabby in the morning. Did I say I am crabby? I meant I found a crab this morning.
Oh, I meant that I have crabs. We both...
Well, you know, life is a crab's shoot.
It is, dude. It's a crab bucket.
It's the crab's cycle.
It's the Crabageddon. There was a crab explosion. This virus is made out of tiny crabs, and they're chewing away at your DNA.
Yep.
It sucks. Oh, well, what I would want to say is, like, when I was in the hospital and I was super isolated, this is kind of what it's like. You know, people came to visit me. They had to wear masks and like coats and stuff. You can't just come over and hang out. Like, I'm not really eating or drinking anything. I mean, that's different. Obviously, the protocols here are way more relaxed because we rule the roost. But it's the same idea of just like that one thing that we all intrinsically crave, and you need variety. It's the same thing of like, you can't eat lasagna every night, bro.
Says who?
I mean, you can if you want, but you will eventually get tired of it. Well, or something will happen and you're not able to eat it.
Without consequences.
Sure. Because I thought I could eat pizza every day, and I eat a lot of pizza, but I can't eat it every day. And there's some days, and don't tell Pizza that I said this, and Pizza, if you're listening, I love you, girl. But there's some nights that I can't hang out with you. I never thought that I would say that as an adult man, but we're working through our darknesses. So, Pizza, if you're listening, just, we're taking it one day at a time. Do you feel like this time that you've been able to spend talking to people, doing your podcast, doing lessons, this is Wilson Stern once again, by the way.
Yo.
Do you feel like the different stuff that you're doing has helped focus your abilities more? And like or do you feel like sometimes you're craving a deeper challenge? Like, I like practicing by myself. Like, you gotta practice, and I get that. But damn, dog, I miss like being on stage. I miss having a group of people laugh at my jokes. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, I do. I definitely have felt that feeling, but on the other hand, I already always kind of had a practice of trying to flex the muscle one way and flex it the other way. Mm-hmm. So it's about retreating and doing your hermetic thing by yourself, but then it's also about taking that out of the woodshed and into the real world. So for me, it's a push and pull, but I mean, do I miss playing with people in real life? Of course. But I mean, right now, it's the difference between collaborating with, you know, a different person or people via the internet every single day, which is very collaborative, or nothing, just being alone.
Right.
So I'm still doing both, though. I mean, this hasn't stopped me from, you know, can't stop me.
Yeah, for sure. No, I totally get that. And now the whole thing that we've both been saying, and you say it really well, is like, it's hermetic. It's go into your den. Right now, there's this terrible thing going through the world. Work on your magic, fix your abilities, craft more things, so that when we can get together again, you can say, well, this is what I was doing. That Bible, that's so crazy. That Bible story about like the guy that gave the dude, he gives this one guy 25 talents and the guy goes out and works and makes it 50 talents. He gives another guy 10 talents. The guy goes out and works and makes it 20 talents. He gives one guy 5 talents and the guy gets discouraged and he says, well, I don't think I can do very well. So he buries the talents in the ground and when God comes back, he gets pissed. It's like, I don't want, like, even if you have a little bit, like, you gotta make something, you know? I feel like a lot of you are feeling despair because you feel like you don't have a purpose anymore, per se. And, like, that's not true. You totally do. Like, now's the time that you get to try out, like I said before, like, now's the time you get to try to do the stuff that you haven't tried before. Or the stuff that you're secretly good at, dude. Everyone's got one thing. Unless it's murder. If it's murder, please. Just keep that shit on lock. It's too can't handle it. I think, where are we at? Let's talk about the environment, like how well it's doing, but there's also some other shady stuff going on. Nestle is up to its old stupid stuff again, and it's had a lot of trouble out at Ginny River and Ginny Springs to do the bottling processes that they wanted to and be able to dump the trash that they want to because they just pay a fine. But they went up to Michigan. They're hitting Michigan again now, and like they won one of their cases so that they're able to draw water from that pipeline again. Like, it just sucks, man. Like, I feel like everything is about raping the natural world and pressing it back to us and making us pay for what? Just to keep us in this state of constant slavery. Like, you have just enough to survive so that you don't put a gun in your mouth, hopefully. And then there are some people who beat the system, whose abilities have been commodified, who can make the powers that be even more influential and powerful, and they get put in positions of prestige, and you're force-fed that shit all the time. Like, none of my heroes, none of the people that I respect creatively have any grasp of reality anymore. You're too rich, you're too powerful. I don't believe Jack Black when he's playing video games. You're doing it because you want money, because you want views, because you fucking suck. And I used to love you.
You think Jack Black sold out? I have not been aware of him at all, except for I like the movie when he was an Undertaker.
They all sell out though. Like, that's the thing. Is I love Tenacious D. I loved their music, but it isn't about that anymore. It's about everyone. Because he already has a platform where he can talk to millions of people, thousands and hundreds and thousands of people, if he wants to. You know what I mean? Like, people know Jack Black. People know Tenacious D. He's had movies and stuff like the poor people on YouTube. This used to be a place where they could go create and not have to deal with any of that shit. But it doesn't matter. The world presses its giant dick into you no matter where you go. No one's gonna like. How am I supposed to compete with fucking Jack Black? Like, come on. Like, go somewhere else. Go on real TV where you belong. Yeah. I can't be in movies. I don't have millions of dollars at my disposal. I have a little camera and my buddy who has a fucking guitar. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what it's supposed to be. This is what it was built to be back when it was rock boom a billion years ago. You kids don't even understand because all you want to do is play your Minecraft and do sweet flips in the driveway on your skateboards, and I get it.
Wait, that sounds pretty awesome.
It does sound awesome. Like,
I want to do sweet flips in my driveway.
I want to do sweet flips. Every generation has a hero. Every generation has someone that rises up. And I'm hoping that through all of the Stygia and the miasma, however you say that word, I can say it however
I don't know it either.
That the person that rises up is brave and strong and true and kind, like, and wise. Like, it's a lot to ask to be a hero. You have to be willing to throw your dick. You thought I was gonna let it go, but I can't. I can't let it go. I'm not made that way.
Your dick ducks and clicks in the ocean for the good of mankind. Give it up, gender non-specific.
Gender non-specific. Oh, God. We're gonna be okay, America. If you keep watching these videos with me, we're gonna be okay. If you don't watch these videos, then I'll say something crazy like, dogs will meow and cats will bark, and it will freak you out. Because dogs don't purr, so that shit's over. And if you do watch it, then the only bad thing will happen is that a duck will come to your house and ring your doorbell and then run away. And if you don't have a doorbell, then you are solid gold, son. So I have decreed it, so it shall be. Wilson Stern, I love you. Thank you for being in my video. I'm LBX, Ace is Wild. One time I peed in a mailbox. Bye.